so to make these cupcakes today, we're going to make a standard cupcake recipe, which we're going to use caster sugar, self-raising flour, butter, free-range eggs and some vanilla paste. And then for the icing today, we're going to use the icing sugar. We'll need some more butter later on, some little mini marshmallows which you can get from the baking section of the supermarket. We've got white fondant icing and black fondant icing. So quickly, just to make the cupcakes, you can either put everything all in at once. Some people like the all-in method. When I'm using a little cake mixer, hand mixer like this, I tend to do you've got softened butter and the sugar. And just a little bit of the flour. So one thing I forgot to say that you will need is muffin cases, cupcake cases, fairy cases, whatever you've got. Okay, the best thing I found to portion out your cupcakes is an ice cream scoop. That works nicely in the kind of muffin tin. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is make buttercream to go onto the cakes, because that's going to be what the little mini marshmallows stick to. So we just need some softened butter. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of soften that up with the hand whisk, and then bit by bit add the icing sugar. So when you're icing these cupcakes, you have two choices really. You can just put the icing straight onto the cake, because you're going to stick marshmallows on it anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to choose to pipe them on. A little tip is I always put it in the piping bag over a glass or a jar if you haven't got anyone to help you, but if you're doing it with kids you can get them to hold the piping bag for you. And then I'm just going to put the icing into the piping. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is make out the fondant the sheep's heads, eyes, ears and feet. So for this you're going to need, that's actually a bit too much white, we're going to need a ball of white icing and a ball of black icing. We're going to do the white first, just because no matter, always seems to be after you've touched the black one your hands get a little bit stained even if you wash them. So we'll start off by making, so we've got 6, so we need 12 little eyeballs out of the white. Okay, for the head you're just going to need some bigger balls. All we need to do is roll it into a ball. And then what we want to do, you can see it's just slightly flatten the head into a kind of oval shape. So to make the little ears for the sheep, we need to make 12 little black balls, and then what we're going to do, so roll it into a little tiny ball. like that, and you kind of want to make it a little bit pointy. You can see like that. And actually I've got a little paintbrush here that I'm going to use to stick it on later, and I just kind of make a little hole, a little dent, so that it looks like the inside of an ear. So I'm going to make 12 of those. Okay, so we're going to make the little sheep's heads now. So take the main body of the head. I'm going to do the eyes first, just because the ears are a bit more fiddly. So I use a paintbrush, a bit of water. And because your hands are a little bit warm, it can stick, so just use the end of the paintbrush to stick your eyes on. Like that. Then we want, so like that. And I'm going to put some little nostrils in him so he can breathe, because we want him to be able to smell. There we go. Here's what I've got, a little pen that I can use to make his little eyeballs. But you could always use black icing. Okay, so that's it. I squished him a little bit. That's his main. There we go. And I'm just going to stick the ears on. It's really fiddly. And then once he's got his ears on, we'll put him on the little sheep's body. Right. Yep. Okay, so the last bit's the most fun bit, is where you get to put the marshmallows on to make him look like a sheep. And you're just gonna put them on any which way, really. Can you see? So the last thing we need to do for our cupcakes is our little sheep need to be able to walk, so they need to have some feet. All we're gonna do is we're gonna make get a little bit ball of icing, and then just flatten it down a little bit like that. And I'm just gonna go on there. Cool, so there we have it. 6 little sheep ready for Easter.